Okay, this is Lucky Forward, Patton's Third Army in Lorraine. It's from Decision Games and it's part of the GOSS series. We are looking at the full campaign set up for September 1944. I am currently finished the setup, which I hadn't done completely from the last video that I showed you. Things that have been done is there's a lot of field works that you can set up, type 3, type 2 field works which have been put in place. For the Germans, you've got to establish your primary supply sources for certain corps on the Allied side, and the German side, which I've used these little wooden discs to indicate where they are. There's quite a few of those that have got to be done later. I've got quite a few of the special rules for the scenario on these little yellow post-it notes. There's a lot of these, far more than I've actually got here, but the ones that I think I need reminding of I've got in place. The Allies originally, when they sort of arrive here, they've got definite logistics problems, because what's happened here is the Germans have been retreating faster than the Allied armies can advance through France, and the Allies have problems with fuel, problems with ammunition, and problems of what exactly they can do in terms of offensive actions and stuff like that. So that's all got to be noted. As I said, there's hardly any, well, I say Allied American units. There are some French units here, but they're going to be primarily American. Victory conditions which are in place for September around the control of Nancy. You basically got to get every single hex in Nancy, and you've also got to advance your fort attack thing to, I think it's 6 on the fort attack chart, which is when I say chart, it's a tracker right over at the bottom there. You can see that little thing, which is just indicating it's on 0 at the moment. There's been a little bit of German preliminary movement. I've moved elements of the 535th Volks Grenadiers and elements of the 15th Panzer Grenadiers, which slightly forward, trying to cover this huge gap around Nancy, which is really exposed there. Other things are done for setup. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit on, like the Allies have to set up a reinforcement pool, which are all these units here which you can draw from, like it's in an opaque cup, so that had to be done. In terms of other things we've done, we've set up the tracks here, but we haven't got any values on these tracks because it doesn't indicate in the scenario that these should be placed in certain boxes, so I assume that's all going to come on the first turn. Things to help me along, I've got this little app that someone's created called a GOSS Assistant, which looks pretty damn good. You know, it's all like hyperlinked and stuff like that, and goes through all the various elements of a player turn. I think that's fairly new because I've seen it posted on Lucky Forward and on the Hertigen Forest module, Hell in the Forest I think it's called. and that was from 11th of March, so that's good. We've got the this campaign sort of briefing you've got here, which I haven't read yet. I don't know if I'll read that, because I tend to find that these things give away some stuff that I don't necessarily like to know when I'm playing it, because I like to keep a bit of fog of war in place. Other things to remember with this game, there's going to be, as the command and logistics structure changes between the various corps and the armies, that's going to cause quite a lot of special rules. I've also downloaded the scenario booklet as a PDF and the rules as a PDF, so I can search through all those. They're in Adobe Acrobat files, which were available from the actual website for Decision Games. I've got all that to make that a lot easier. Put a load of markers, miscellaneous markers in there. They're going to be clipped as they come through. I've punched out the German and the American and French divisions. I've got some generalised sort of like independent units in baggies over there, and some other markers that have, and some of the breakdown units. I've left most of the breakdown units in their counter sheets, which are these things here. So we're pretty much ready to go. Now, in terms of attacking here, I don't like the look of Mets, and someone's already posted on the last video that it's not a good idea to try and smash your way through that. And looking at all the forts and things, the only thing Mets is a major problem is the fact it's a communications hub. You can see all these primary roads, 1, 2, 3, 4 primary roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minor roads going in. So it's important in that section, but it is well defended. But you can certainly get round the back of it here. Nancy's also a major, not only is it a major victory condition for the game, it's also a similar, very important communications hub, but it is not well defended. Right, you've got this horrible forest area in your way. The Germans are going to try and defend the Moselle River, so that's going to be difficult to break across there. We've got to get a series of bridgeheads across the Moselle as well for your victory conditions. So other people say, yeah, that you can do what I'm going to attempt to do. Other people have done it, learn using this particular scenario. But it's I'm well aware of the challenge that I've got here. This is a serious endeavour for trying to learn this rule set. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say at the moment. I think here we go.